Performance versus polarization. What do you think is more important and why? What do you think voters ultimately decide? You've got experience in Assam, Tripura, we're in West Bengal right now. What do you think matters more?
I mean, ideally, I would like to say performance. But the reality is, why you win an election or lose one, I think is very multifaceted and there are many factors. I think any politician would like to be judged when they go to a vote on the basis of their performance. But I'm sad to say that polarization is the harsh reality of Indian politics today. And there's absolutely no denying that it plays a very, very important factor. But I would like to add to that, and I'm sure my friends here would agree with me, that social engineering is a reality of Indian politics. So if Imo or Pradyot or I said that social engineering is not important, that wouldn't be true. I mean, you have to look at different caste communities, what their sentiments are, and social engineering is very much a part of electoral politics. But I think polarization is the negative side to it. So I think we have to make a distinction between social engineering and polarization. And at least I'm not so young politician anymore, but as a politician, I would like to say and like to believe that performance matters. But how much does it matter? I think my colleagues will say that polarization plays a very, very big role in Indian politics today.
And often the charge of polarization, Emo, is leveled against the Bharatiya Janata Party, that in states like Assam, states like West Bengal, and different places in the Northeast, the party is using polarization rather than performance to scare the majority community into voting for the BJP and against the minority community. How do you respond to this, John?
Let me just say like this. Anybody who wants to perform well in life, what do? Whether it's a class 10 student or a class 12 student, you want to do well in life. You want to get good marks. Similarly, if you're a sports person, you want to be the best. You want to perform. Similarly, if you're a doctor and engineering, it's the same for politics also. We all want to perform. We want to do well where we are to serve the people. I happen to be the first MLA from my constituency who has won 3 consecutive elections since 1972 when Manipur got statehood. So 50 years. So I was wondering why people were not winning. So I guess performance matters. There may be so many factors to win an election, but perhaps the most important thing is performance. If you don't perform, you may win one election, but the next election you are out.
So where does polarization fit into?
So that's what I'm coming to.
Your ranking of things that matter in determining the results.
Even in the recent assembly elections, just recently in Manipur, you can say in 2017 we won the election, the BJP won the election because of the anti-incumbency of the Congress. But how did they come back to 2022? To win the election by majority because of performance of the government. So what I feel is, if at all, if you're the word you're using, polarization, I don't think there is, if at all there's polarization, it is polarization towards performance.